guys, welcome back to Mary's Corner. It's Emily here, and today is the first day of the reading rush. Okay, it's actually the second day of the reading rush, but I really just wanted that in my intro. A lot of family stuff was happening yesterday, so I could not vlog. But I'm vlogging today, and I still read yesterday, which I'm very happy with my progress. My boyfriend and I made him join the reading rush. He's a reader, he likes to read, but he doesn't read as much as I do. He reads like a couple books over the span of a year. So we're trying to change that and have him read about 4 books in this reading rush week. But yesterday, even though I did not vlog, we did little sprints of 30 minutes to 15 minutes, and he read a couple of books I gave him, and then for me, I read Eclipse, which is in the 3rd book in the Twilight Saga. This book is for the challenge to read a book that inspired a movie that you've already seen. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. I've seen every single one of the Twilight movies, and I love all the Twilight movies. Not the last one, but Eclipse is my favorite movie, and I have never read Eclipse, and I'm hoping, or I hope that this would be my favorite book. Right now it's kind of on par with New Moon, about 3.5 stars out of 5. I'm liking it, I'm enjoying it. What I can say is that the writing is significantly better than the first book. Oh my gosh, it's no lyrical masterpiece, it's no Taira Mafi or Elizabeth Acevedo, but it's definitely not trash anymore, so I'm enjoying it. I'm really liking it. We're getting more Jacob and Edward together. The first 200 pages of the book was Edward basically hating Jacob and telling Bella that she cannot go to, I think it's called the Push, the place where the whole pack is. But he went hunting one day, and then randomly he snapped and was like, okay, you're right. So that was kind of weird. I'm not fully sure. Those are the stuff that I'm happy about in this book, but I'm also unhappy with a couple of things. There's a lot of backstory in this book. We get Jasper's backstory, we get Rosalie's backstory, we get individual people in the Push, the little pack's backstory, and then we get the whole pack's backstory. And I don't mind backstories. The each individual backstory, oh my god, how many times did I just say backstory, was 3 to 4 pages long, and then the whole pack's backstory was about 10 pages long. It was so info dumpy. It was basically the whole book, and I was like, why do we need this? Why did you not cut that out during editing and revising? I don't even understand. So I definitely skipped most of the backstories. Yes, I know that this intro is very jumbly, very long, and very stupid, but I hope you guys can bear with me. I'm really excited. Right now, I have gotten about 434 pages into this. There's about 600. I have this much left. There's about 600 pages in here. I'm very excited about it. That's really all. I'm hoping to finish this in the morning so I can move on to a different book, because since this is the second day, I'm a book behind technically. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so sorry that I didn't bring you along on my day today, but the family stuff from yesterday kind of bled into today, and I didn't expect that at all, but that's okay. I still have a lot more reading to go tonight. I did finish Eclipse though, and that is what you saw me reading, and okay, I have a lot of opinions. I feel like this was longer than it needed to be. It could definitely have been cut down by 100 pages or so. 630 pages of this book. I don't even know how she didn't cut down stuff in revisions, but that's not for me to judge. We did see more of Jacob and Bella's romance connection, because usually through the whole thing she's been just writing him off as a friend, and now we saw a little bit more than that in this book towards the end. Other than that, everything else is the same. There were no more backstories, which I am so grateful for. But that's pretty much it. I don't know. I know that I want to give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but I'm trying to think if I like New Moon or Eclipse better, which really hurts me to say because in the movies, Eclipse was my favorite movie. But I'm not even sure. I don't know. The characters were the same. I didn't feel like there was any character growth whatsoever. So, and the plot was just fine. It's whatever. I think I'm just going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars and just say it's on par with New Moon. Now that this book is done, I can move on to other books, which I'm very excited about, although I'm still conflicted on which one to choose. I just finished with Eclipse, so I'm debating on if I want to read another fantasy or a contemporary novel. This I know is more dense, and I do want to get through the denser books first because I could just sit and fly through contemporary no problem. But I feel like since I do have so much contemporary, if I get sick of it, I would need fantasy to break the ice. So I'm not really sure right now. When I do more sprints with my boyfriend later, I will finally choose which one I will be reading. But it's between Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. This covers read a book that is set in a different continent than you, which is set in Africa, or it's based off of Africa, I believe. And then this is read a book based off the color of your birthstone, which is peridot, which is like a sheerish light green. So yeah, that I will inform you guys a little bit later about which one I'm reading. Guys, I am back from my boyfriend's house. As you saw, I went to my boyfriend's house. We did a couple reading sprints. I played with this cat. It was a nice experience. I look like a mess. Oh my god, what am I doing? If you guys hadn't saw, I picked Children of Virtue and Vengeance for my second book that I'm reading. And oh my gosh, I realized that whenever I'm annotating books, I read so slow. And so I thought I could finish 2 books today. Guess I can't so now I'm still behind a day. But oh my gosh, in Eclipse, I was reading about 2 pages every 45 seconds, and now I'm reading a page every 2 minutes. It like reversed itself. It's insane. I am loving the book, however. I'm really loving all of the characters. I'm loving Tomi Adeyemi's writing. Oh my gosh, it's insane to go to Twilight to her. Oh my gosh, so good. But one thing I did notice in the book is that the main character, she doesn't want to be queen. It's not like, oh, I want to go restore magic and after I'll be queen myself. She wants whatever is best for the country. What is that called? Her town, village? I don't know what it's called. But she wants whatever's best for her people. She wants to be free. That was her goal from the beginning, and it's still her goal now. Whatever is best for the people, she wants. And if that's not her being queen, then she's okay with that. And that's really refreshing in any fantasy series. I feel like a lot of them, usually they achieve their goal and they're like, okay, well, I'm queen now, or I'm king now because I overthrew the government. I don't know. Am I making sense? Does that make sense to you? But yeah, I'm not far into it. I did a 45-minute sprint and I got to page 29. I'm not okay. Why am I reading so slowly? I don't know. But I'm only 29 pages into it, or 30 pages into it, and I'm liking it. No complaints here. I'm annotating, as I said. So I'm going to go change into pajamas and then continue reading. Hey guys, I am so sorry that I did not update you guys after the last clip. I fell asleep, but I did read up to page 68 in Children of Virtue and Vengeance, and can I say, wow, I'm loving it, but I'm not even 100 pages into it, and we just jumped right into the action. Like, there was no lead up to anything. There was just action there, so I'm not hating on it. I am actually really enjoying it. I realized that we are having more of Amari's perspective. If you guys don't know who that is, she's one of the main characters, but we didn't have as much perspective of her perspective in the last book, and we are getting a whole bunch of it in this book, which I'm not hating. I love seeing her thoughts and her emotions and how she interacts with other characters. It's just so beautiful. There are other characters that we met in the last book that we did not get to know much of, and we are now seeing them interact with the main characters, and I'm loving where that's going. And there is, again, 68 pages in, less than 100 pages, but there's plot twists in here that I guessed, but it did not hinder my enjoyment. It was more of like, oh my gosh, I knew that would happen, and like you get really excited for it, because I'm really excited to see where that brings the story, because there's just a lot going on. There's so much going on. I'm tabbing it. I know you can barely see that. They're pretty small, and I'm literally 68 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. I kind of understand why it's so small now, because in the first book she had to lead into everything and explain everything, and in this book she's just hitting you with action, like literally every page. I am tabbing and annotating almost every single page, and I'm gonna run out of tabs. I know, halfway through I'm gonna be like, okay, I need some more tabs. But I'm liking it. If you've read this book, please tell me what your thoughts about it were down below, because I'd love to hear what your thoughts were on this whole series, or the first 2 books in the series. Other than that, I have an online assignment to do, multiple actually, and I usually like to do them in bulk so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, so that will take a couple hours off. There's also church tonight. Usually we go there and we sit and we watch, but I don't know what happened, if it's because the corona cases are getting so high, but they're having it online tonight, which I'm not mad about. So I think my boyfriend will come over and watch that with me, watch the service with me, and if he does come over, then we will do reading sprints. He just finished his first book of the Reading Rush. Very proud of him. But he's now reading The Girl on the Train. If you guys were interested, you probably weren't. But yeah, that's really much that's going on. If he doesn't come over, then we'll do reading sprints over the phone like we did the first Reading Rush day. Yeah, that's all that's happening right now. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you guys and inform you guys later. Oh my gosh. Okay, no spoilers, but I just had to like come on here. A character popped up from the old book, the first book, and oh my gosh, I miss them so much. And just it was beautiful, like how the whole thing happened. Literally one of my favorite pages in this book. I'm on page 87 now, by the way, but oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. Okay, so I just finished a couple of sprints. I feel like that's the best way that I have been reading recently, just to do it by sprints. I have tabbed quite a bit, and I'm on page, I think, 116. Yes, 116. I'm on page 116. And I am regretting reading this book for the Reading Rush. Not that I don't love this book, and I did want to read it soon because I had read Children of Blood and Bone a couple months ago, and I wanted to read the second book before it got lost out of my mind and wasn't fresh in my mind. But it is going so slow. This is the slowest I've ever read a book. I usually don't read much of fantasy, so I'm not surprised that it's taking me so long, but oh my gosh, I'm only on page 116. Like, it's melting my brain how I'm going so slow. And I know I can do it. I read Children of Blood and Bone in a 24-hour readathon, and it was double this size, and I read 5 other books in the 24-hour readathon. So I know I can do it. I know I can finish it by today. But it's just insane. There's 404 pages in this book. I'm only on page 116, and I just can't. I am a little bit frustrated with the characters in this book, mostly Zeely and Enon. I'm very frustrated with both of them. I don't know. I'm just. Oh my gosh, it's taken a turn. I have so much feelings that I can't even like. I just can't even express it. I'm enjoying it. I think everything is going well. Before I started these sprints, I did actually finish two quizzes and a test for my online class, which was everything that I had to do this week, so I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to do, but I do want to take a break and just, I don't know, relax or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll inform you guys later. Okay. I'm very emotionally drained right now. A lot of stuff happened right now with the book, with my personal life. I'm very emotionally drained. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But, oh my gosh, I finished this book, this beautiful book, Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Wow, the amount of love and hatred in this book is so beyond powerful. The exhaustion and the willingness to fight in this book is insane. I already said this, but the love, the interaction between the characters, the family dynamic, the newer people that came in, the older people that we saw, everybody together, it's insane. We got to see Zeely and Amari and Enon's all different perspective, and it was crazy to see how they viewed this situation themselves. People giving up, people not giving up. It was insane. I know that I didn't update you guys after the last clip. I did film another clip after that, but I decided not to keep that in this vlog. I didn't update you guys because I wanted to show you guys. It's the 4th day of the reading rush and I'm on my 2nd book, so I wanted to basically show you guys myself when I'm significantly through it or completely done with the book, and I'm completely done with the book. I am so happy that I read this book. I know this was honestly a bad choice during the reading rush because it took me so long to read, but oh my gosh, it was insane. I do want to recognize that this does, usually a 2nd book in a trilogy or some middle books in a series are known as the filler books. And this, for sure, is a filler book. As I said in earlier clips, it didn't start with a bunch of information. It just jumped into action and that's all we saw. And I mean, we were right about that, but we did get all the information that we needed just sporadically throughout the whole book, and it's insane. I remember I also said that this is a lot smaller than the 1st book, but there was a lot less that she needed to explain about the past, if that makes sense. I don't know. I really liked the size of this book. I think this was perfect. It didn't over-explain things that it was info dumpy and to swallow. It didn't over-explain things, and it didn't under-explain things. I really very much enjoyed this book. I don't know if I want to give it a 4 or out of 5 stars or 4.5. I know I'm literally just telling you how much I love this book, but there were a couple of things that I didn't like about it. In her last book, she kind of introduced characters just to kill them off, just to further the plot, and she did do that less in this book, but she still did that quite a bit in this book as well. There's a couple of characters, how do I explain it? Interactions that I just don't understand, or it happened a little bit too quickly and we didn't really get a little bit of a backstory on that. I'm not sure, but I enjoyed this. I may have enjoyed this a little bit more than the last book, which I give a 4 out of 5 stars. So I might give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and this set up a perfect ending. I know, I believe it's going to be a trilogy. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be a series, but this set up a perfect last book. I'm telling you right now, that last book, it's going to be phenomenal. I know. Jumping from the Eclipse writing to Tomi Adeyemi's writing is insane. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop raving about this book. If you guys have read this book, if you haven't read this book, tell me what you guys are thinking about it below, because I am so excited about this. I don't know what book I'm going to be reading next. Of course, it's going to be a romance, but I guess I'll update you guys further. Why did I say that? I guess I'll update you guys later. Hey guys, so this is me editing, and I wanted to film this whole week as just like one vlog, but I realized that would be way too long and it would literally bore you to death, and no, that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm gonna split this into 2 parts. So this has become your outro, and the next video will have this same type of intro. So sorry about that. Love you guys. Subscribe, do all the stuff you want to do, and bye.